for so long. You are so small. Then steps. Now. They choked our light. We felt only the we wish but the other gods in prison. But you are here now. There is the strangler is close now. We She begs for her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood. The people's cry. She pierces us now. A spark. Wait. You can reach her. A wellspring of power. We were everything. What have we lost? What we could run, leap. We must. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You met death. You taught us. We saw how you give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we have learned? We deserve more than this? Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what? More than anything, treat us as you would the bear. The time. End our pain. Give us. Send, clear the fog, tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Chandra's depths.
It's paradise. But what happened here?
Are we back in Dawnshore?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. What happened to the living land started long ago. And we're going...
Are you seeing?
Looks like the war already started.
Marius, vines don't...
Based on their growth and size,
Hey, at least you didn't...
Who knows if the garden affected time, or...
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you...
Look at this place. It feels like those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the...
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps...
I think I see Elia as well.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start.
The steel garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time.
Before we go,
I'm not sure.
it's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a time.
After all this time...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed it.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead.
People seem to be gathering west of here.
Sansa, how did you make it out here? Hi, envoy!
Ah, the Gorod. Look what they've done to Paradise. They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. Envoy, what does the Gorod... What's the point of exploring if you just... They broke some glass. They didn't think.
Right now?
If you're looking for survivors,
How many?
I'm not sure. You all...
We should move. Let's hope.
Envoy, wait! Before... I took some supplies when I ran.
is there snow here?
It's gotta be green.
A familiar face.
She made a snow shadow.
Oh, my snow.
Keep moving on board.
We meet Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwine and the steel.
It wouldn't be the first.
It's remarkable how hard you mortal. Still, I do think the world. Perhaps. Mostly, I'm curious. Ah, that mortals. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story. With mortal comforts are so very adorable. Goodbye. And Yardsley, I do look for.
Yes.
Ripple across the living lands. Oh, envoy. How... I don't know if thank you is... Paradise burns from the torches of... Yes. What happens...
What's the plan?
We will find a way to persevere. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle. I fear that, if Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that. it is all. That's as much as a do the right thing, envoy.
Giata, where have you been? Envoy,
It's good to see.
My revenants were just getting comfortable in turn. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, not to worry. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the steer go. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank. My revenants are docile again. No more. Indeed. Best of luck out there.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that. Let's get out of here.
So, try praying instead of just metaphysically, the battle is already, but politically. I intend to send a mess anyway. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I think that's enough. Besides, I need to tinker on the fund. Don't stay. I'll tell you. Go on then. Neither can I. I never used to believe in destiny. All of that. What are the odds? You're going to give yourself... I don't know if that was destiny. Whatever you choose to call it. Let's appreciate... If I must.
Got it.
We should take a moment. You liberated the god of the living land. That's quite a... No doubt it would have gotten worse. If not for you, Sapadal would still be... Which means you have leverage over a god. That's a lot of responsibility. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. We cannot know if the living lands will normal... Eventually, maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. Liortuk, I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Until... Thanks for talking.
There you are. Understood. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, this is just cleanup. Just figuring out... Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you... It's not that I don't want to. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Oh, you might know. Know this, Marius.
I might. Right.
How do you get dust stains out of your clothes?
Just wear clothes that won't...
Envoy? Kostya told us he went to...
When you didn't come out.
What did you see there? The god?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the...
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the... It's been weeks.
Sapadal was responsible.
But the plague isn't over.
There won't be any new infections. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the... This will be a process.
I suppose it stands to reason. What of this god? Ludwig had intimated that the...
Giada and I have some theories about...
I'd say we're past the
If the Andra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual...
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes...
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So...
I assume it is this god we have to thank. They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first...
Naku Tedek was riven with those things. Not to mention...
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. And the gods thought it best to imprison this god?
Let's hope they don't decide to further...
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people.
Nandru never spoke of Sapadal, and I believe it was...
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put... But come, we have more pressing matter. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you...
Well, she's seen better days.
Ludwig's plowed through the militia like a...
All right, let's keep the similar... Oh, cheer up. So long as her passion for Wodka lives.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest... I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it.
Oh, good.
It is not, I think... Well, you might not believe me, but it was Lud...
I didn't hear an answer.
She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city.
We've had no news for me. From what we can observe, southern Paradis...
Is there nothing our people...
Given the state of our supply routes up to... We expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and...
We brought as many Hale and Abel from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our loss, we could spare so few.
The Wardens largely survived the Keep's destroyed. My men are salvaging what they can from the... They will march to Paradis as soon as they can.
Well, that's been a point. We can't agree on how to stand against the steel garrote.
Nobody wants to risk their people.
So you let the Paradis militia go at a... Even if our meager... The siege won't end until Ludwig does. Precise. The lawful settlement of a new... Or the established... She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful... I suspect that's rather the point. If they don't... Remember, she has an and neither the steel garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance. The better question is...
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping
You could start with blaming your own Why are you treating him with kid glove?
Enough. I've heard your concern. The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against one people, one law, one... That's what Ludwig thinks. Adir doesn't revere Wodka as fervently as it once did. Worship of Margrin beareth even. Many no longer trust that the gods are listening. Some question whether the Empire lost its foothold in the East. The well-bred avoid child-rearing in pursuit of cosmopolitan pleasures. The Church, in a world of soul against soul, Ludwig believes we have lost ours. I'm afraid you're in the... You and I both know she is not the only... Even the Emperor can see and stop. Why else would we be here?
Oh, I can't wait to see how you...
I know it will. We are leading by example. Returning all... We will do the same to the frontier.
Where was order and dignity when you...
My administration had nothing to do with that. Adhere in rule and rule by the steel grip.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat.
You have been the embodiment of Adir's promise on...
You will take it all.
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between But if I had to guess, there's...
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stop.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intention...
As you say, we left the republics for it.
The Inquisitor answers only in attacking Paradise. She has dragged us all. I've answered your questions. Now I would like... Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. What will his representatives find when they arrive? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand the day... The Living Lands would become an extension of the... Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would turn toward a common purpose. No one, not Rawatai. This island would be safe.
The Empire's prosperity would be our prosperity. My wardens deserve no less.
What need does Thirdborn have for the protections of Adiran soldiers? And should Rawatai come for us, we will reign...
Under Adiran rule, your countrymen would strip my people of every... I cannot betray...
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people... If you have any love for this land...
Rawatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of... Of course, it can take decades, but Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced.
Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir. Adir should turn back now and save everyone.
The Adder's promise. Flip our feathers as we find our... The deed binds as the wire to drown us. Why were we set free?
Of course. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them. The island would provide tribute in the form of... The Empire, I should note, is near... In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence and should... Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. Only the strong survive the frontier. But you... Well, give the mat...
It's a mealy-mouthed compromise. But... And... who knows?
A grave rum could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and we'll have cannons enough to deter the Adirans from trying...
When the Empire demands its tribute, from where will it come? Emerald Stair is not the... If we accept this deal, I fear we are building a trap...
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. They want to bleed us dry. To fill their coffers and fight their...
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We'd get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now,
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide.
Subtle, pernicious, safety among a web gleaming with dew. They weave.
Of course. Oh, Envoy, no. Think of the Emperor, ones which this conclave could not survive. Not unless you came together and formed an... It would be difficult. No. Think of your people, all of you.
Envoy, be rational. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. But the people of Thirdborn have...
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. Well, together, we could repair Thior, and it would be the honor of my life.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it.
fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing. Setting up... We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of... We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other...
We were fine before Adir came.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your...
Risk into bounty. Does the wind... Many fruits are... We graft.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumb. Envoy, be reasonable. Give these people an ounce of agency. Wodeker, well, what?
We are too weak and fractured to stand on our own.
The Living Lands is going to need trade partners if we're...
I must throw in with Thirdborn, who opened their doors to us in our time.
Well, it's hardly unanimous, but the majority shall rule. A grave room it shall be, then.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its...
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least...
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before they...
I will do my level best to convince them. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. You must kill her.
Whatever happens to the Living Lands, at least I can...
She better say her goodbye.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy.
Let's get to work then. We gotta...
The Paradise Militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now,
Good luck up.
we will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the East. May all the god...
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens...
Time to stop the steel...
Can't sleep? We're going into battle for the soul. Your emperor... Political influence is dangerous. When a godlike fights in battle, the Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt. This is the first time you were told to pick a... All we ask in return. From what I understand, your ambassador... For a politician like him, when he promises you the world... I'm glad we understand each other. Time for you to get some... Yeah. In truth, I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. A Death Guard clings to their existence by... Ludwine is held to... Precise. Faith is the foundation of her... But according to her faith, Sapadal, by that logic, you shouldn't exist. That's my point, You are the godlike of a heretical god. Can you imagine how much she needs you? Who knows? Maybe that, or maybe not. Whatever happens. When I agreed to travel with you, and now the Living Lands is dependent on... We're free to make our own laws. We're free to thrive. Until we're free at the end of the day. I don't trust the... What's done is... Is it really that? No matter who wins or loses. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. I just want... Until next time.
You should get some Right. Things feel different. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, putting my life on the line for some... You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for... We're about to go out there and risk our lives for... What? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the... It's fun. Right. I'll be all right, boy. You go get some blessed air.
Envoy.
Your cut of dashing figures are great, Envoy. Especially once we give you a fine hat.
You won't get through this! That's done? Who's hungry?
Let's see what...
Seal mes
Stop right there. I'm with you.
We've got company.
and roll.
Don't you die on me!
And roll.
Find you better armor. Under my protection. Come on. Come on.
Worth and rock!
What was that? Take it. A shot. Over here!
Careful, to the left!
What? Hold it.
Another soul for the wheel.
Stop right there. And rock! Let's see what you
Gather round.
Nice shot!
I'll fix this.
Seal Needle.
Watch the left!
Then wrong!
Good fighting.
And wrong!
This one's mine.
Stop right there. And wrong! Illness meter. Egworth and seek.
Gather round. Be done.
Over here!
Illness meter.
Let's see what you got.
Egworth and wrong! And wrong! Seek!
one! Come on!
Make it over, people.
And wrong!
Go ahead. I'll hang back and watch the gate.
That's done? Who's hungry?
The envoy. I have. As an adherent, but never mind that. You've declared yourself for the enemy. Why? What right do the others have to be here? Because they... You won't stop us. Even if all...
Envoy, what are you doing here?
Make the Inquisitor Kai, weapons ready. Defensive up!
And wrong!
Coming from the left!
You want another soul for the
Seek. East ahead.
We get the next one here.
That's one for us.
I thought you left town About time. I saw a few on my way. I imagine they've been waiting. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead. Maybe take this key. It'll unlock... Suit your style. I wish someone had stood up to the steel well.
We should go now. The fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out there. You saw them.
And soon...
Envoy.
Surges in here.
I doubted I'd ever... I must thank you one... with some creative I know you have...
We are helping. We're helping her.
Show yourself. Found you.
Quiet as hell.
Under my protection.
Look up, envoy.
I'll fix this.
Hey! Over here!
Then wrong. Beyond seek. Seal mes mito.
Not bad, envoy. Come on! Come on!
It's worth and rock. And rock.
Well struck.
Living land.
Make worth and wrong!
Defensive up.
Nicely done.
Beyond seeking. Come and get me! Been wrong.
I'll take this.
Worth and wrong. Seal as metal.
Go up. I can take care of the body.
Who's next? Anyone?
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
There you are. So, did you come all this way just to try your luck again? Good. The battle... Look around, Envoy. Heelguard, he failed.
Her order will...
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will stay. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised. That's what they... Steel yourself, Envoy.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
You will. Face me and die with honor. How you die doesn't matter. But the burned...
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Blasphemy. Sapadal is a clot in them. Your god will meet their end. Hear me, envoy. I am her sword arm, and so long as I...
But she failed to ensnare the living lands, and we are free. How long?
I've done all that I could. It isn't my fault. Whenever you could, you stood in my way. I believed we were alike, envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Adir. I believed the dream of our future, and if that failed, I believe... Yet here you stand before...
The worm of doubt gnaws at her soul. Where was Wodica when she needed her most? Where is she now?
No! The burned Queen Whitney... I can still... I feel her fire in...
Do you?
Wodica! My lady! Where are you?
No answer.
No!
Shame.
Stop! No! 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 Forgive me! Wodica!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, the dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes, you showed the rebels of Paradis mercy. But they can never trust the Empire. Instead, they keep to the wilderness, always 2 steps ahead of Adir. The Oracle Sargamus emerges from the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but for the one you gave him. He sets out across the living land. When his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. His new labors cannot fill the hole left by his god's passing from the world. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of though Adir has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, Not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. There is rubble where Solace once stood, and the Pargrunen must now confront the consequences of their isolationism. Though the rest of the Living Lands do not ostracize the dwarves, Kostia discovers that they have few friends among the... As the din of battle fades and the dust settles in Paradise, Kai finds himself alone again. He longs to enjoy the camaraderie that follows a skirmish, but something is missing. The songs ring hollow in his chest. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example. Unable to pass up the opportunity, Yatsley takes her place beside Ringrim. Under the tutelage of the Archmage of Terror, Yatsley sees her freed from torment for the first time in centuries. Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they greet, Sopadal has questions about what happens tomorrow, and the day after. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms,